Same will be counter but in time.
So what is that 10 seconds you are given at PT?
A preset time.
It's our wish.
In T on R, suppose I give 10 seconds at the PT.
Yes.
Then at the input I give first 2 seconds, 4 seconds, then 7 seconds. So what will happen?
It will for first 2 seconds it will count the time.
Okay.
Okay. Then if you switch off the input, the timer will not be zero. Will not get zero. It will store the 2 seconds.
Value 2 seconds.
And again you have given the input.
4 seconds.
So then it will 4 plus 2 before 2 is there, no? And it will take now 4 seconds.
So
it will remain for 6.
Now
and when you are given 0. Sorry, input is 0, like off.
Yes. Then again I am giving 7 seconds.
7 seconds.
So
then it will complete 10 seconds. After 10 seconds the output will on.
After 10 seconds the output will be on. For how long?
For up to if you given the input 0.
It depends on
Achha.
It will complete the time once.
It will, for example, it functions same like this, sir, but when the input edge is off, the timer will get reset here. But there it will store the time, and continues from that time only, sir. We will show an example to you.
In this timer, what will happen if you give it for 2 seconds? You have given PT to 10 seconds. Okay, the input is only for 2 seconds.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. When you off the input, the automatically timer will get 0 in this timer.
Correct.
T on time.
Correct.
But it will store the timer in T on R timer.
It will not come on.
It will not 0. It will not get 0. The elapsed time.
Okay.
तो रिमेनिंग 8 मिनट्स के लिए ऑन रहेगा.
नहीं सर, वो तो एग्जांपल दिखाया तो आपको समझना पड़ेगा.
This is a counter. The counters basically used to count how many times the input of the counter was on. To perform any control actions based on the control value as a counted value. Here we have 3 types of counters: count up, count down, count up and down. Here in count up, it increments count by +1 on each edge rise of input, which means when this is an edge rise of input CU and this is the output of the counter. The CV means it will give the value how much it will show the value, show and store the value that how much count of the counter was. And here PV is a preset value. Here we for suppose counter, in counter I have given preset preset value as 10. The positive edge will have to trigger 10 times. After that only the output of the counter will be generated. This is the CU of the counter is input of the counter. When this CU experiences the rising edge, the counter will increment by 1. That value will be stored in CV. Here CV.
Count in CV means?
Count value.
Okay.
The counter.
So you can continuously see on my body.
Yes, sir.
Show the present count in CV.
Okay.
And for example, preset value is 10. The counter experiences the rising edge. We have to define after which count, after how many count the output should be generated. These output.
Give a value. EV.
Yes, sir. For suppose.
I gave 10.
Okay, so 10.
When
When CU experiences 10 times that positive edge, then the CV value will be 10. Count value.
When it is 2,
2, the output won't be get output.
CV, we are talking about
CV, the value shows 2, sir.
That is the current value.
Current value.
Okay. And when it is reaching 10,
10.
Q will be
Generated. Q will be on.
And how long?
Until we reset this one.
Okay. Okay.
And same as in counter down, it will decrement the count. So for suppose I have this is the up counter. It will start from 0 to the preset value. But in down counter, it will decrement from preset value to the 0. Here same CD is an input for the counter. When it experiences the rising edge, the count will be decreased by 1. It will come up to 0. It will come below 0 also until we reset this counter.
Okay.
If
Until then.
until we reset this counter, LD is a reset for that counter. If we reset that counter, the value of the counter will be same in PV and CV.
Okay.
Because it's a down counter. This function is like that. So when the count is 0, the output will be generated.
One.
The combination of up counter and down counter is count up and downs. In this, we can do both increment and decrement of the counter. Here, CU and CD, like we compare this, the CU is the input of the up counter and CD is the input of the down counter. Same has two functions given over here. When these two functions individually experiences their rising edge, according to that the current value will be shown. For suppose I have given 10 and the CV experiences, it will start from 0. uh, I have the CU experiences the rising edge for some 5 or 6 times. Then the current value will be 6. But when at that time, when the CD experiences the rising edge, from that 5 or 6 count, the value will be decreases. It will start from 0. Other if the CD was experiences rising it, then the count value will go below the 0. And for suppose 0 and we have experiences CD for some time for some numbers, which means 3 times, then the value will be -3. After that, CD was on and CV comes in an action and it triggers for 10 times. -3 plus 10, then the value will be 7. Here we have two outputs, QV, QD. Same as this CU and CD. Same like that, QU, QD. Means QU means up counter output, QD means down counter output. It will generate 0 or below 0. It will on after the preset value. Alternate thing, like this work like down counter output, and this work like up counter output.
PV is same.
PV is same.
So PV can be triggered multiple times. Suppose there is up counter and down counter. Many times same value can come.
PV will be like
Constant value.
No, PV is one, but QU can be triggered multiple times. QU and QD.
No, yes sir.
Multiple times.
if the input of CU and CD,
depending on CU
depending on
and CD,
CU
it
and
can be
CD,
like.
it can be on and off.
Okay, and another thing, PV. Why PV is Boolean?
No, sir, that is not Boolean. Actually, LD was Boolean. When I take the resolution, this is an bool value. These three are bool value. These two and these two. This is an integer value. PV is an integer value.
And do we have any control over this incrementing by 1? Suppose.
Yes, sir. No, sir. It is by defaultly by one only.
You cannot change that.
No, sir.
I want increment of 2.
No, sir. We can't change because the counter function has a increment by one only, sir.
So in that case,
That
I
is
will
a
have to
standard
put a
block.
chain of
Yes.
Yes.
Q. I have to wire into the PV of next like that, or
No, if you want to change like two at a time, then you can add like mathematical functions,
Mathematical.
subtraction.
Okay.
For one trigger, you can subtract two.
Why PV is Boolean?
No, no, sir, that is not Boolean. Actually, LD was Boolean. When I take the screenshot, this is an these are some mathematical expressions which we use in TO portal. These are standard blocks. Here, math functions in PLC used to perform like some calculations or some conversions. We can use this mathematical expression to control all the project. CUD2 up down counter.
Okay, fine.
Here we have multiple math expressions such as calculate, add, subtraction, multiplication, division, mode, increment, decrement, like that. Here first we will see what add function, how the add function will be comes. Here we have two inputs. I will show. I will show in practice session how these blocks will be called. I have not pasted the photos over here. Add function. It have two inputs. Here we can see an example, that example of in1 in plus in2. This is same we have written in calculate block, but it have a separate block like add block. It will function like that only. We need to give the inputs to that in1 and in2. The in1 and in2 are we have to select the data type, which it should be a real or it should be an integer. Same